upon waves of people desperate to leave Earth. It's fixing up the Earth instead of risking lives. The expedition led by former Congressman Kenneth Marshall.
Hey guys, welcome back once again. So today's story is about a mysterious planet situated light years away from Earth, where surviving is impossible for humans or even any animal. A place where the air doesn't contain oxygen, but poison. Now just think, what if some people get trapped here by mistake? In this situation, will they be able to save themselves, or will they become a secret buried forever? Let's find out in this video. The story begins thousands and millions of kilometers away from Earth on another planet named Niflheim, and the year is 2054. In many ways, Niflheim was very different from Earth, especially when it came to its freezing environment, where surviving was absolutely impossible for an ordinary human. During this time, we are introduced to Mickey, who had come here on a mission and was unfortunately stuck, going through a life and death struggle, and was just begging the Almighty for help when a spacecraft lands and Timo steps out. Actually, Timo is Mickey's friend, and seeing him, Mickey is overjoyed, and he feels that Timo must have come here to save him, but this was his misunderstanding. Timo has not come here to save the dying Mickey. He picks up an essential piece of equipment present near him, and before leaving, he says to Mickey, "Sorry, friend, I haven't come here to save you. And anyway, there is no point in saving you. You have died and come back to life many times. If you die here, your duplicate will be ready in the lab again. By the way, tell me, how many times have you died so far?" To this, Mickey replies, "I have lost my life 16 times so far, and this is Mickey 17. Hearing this, Timo, in a very sarcastic manner, says, "Have a nice death," and leaves. Then the most dangerous creature of that planet, the Creeper, comes and makes Mickey its prey, ending the game. After this, the scene cuts to a unique machine from which a new Mickey emerges, who looked exactly like a human, but in reality, he was just a clone. Yes, a clone prepared by scientists named Mickey, whose job was to carry out every mission that was impossible for humans to perform, such as going to a toxic planet or testing a vaccine. Mickey was used for all such tasks so that if he died in the process, a new Mickey could be prepared. In other words, Mickey was the toy for every deadly test from Earth to the skies. Now you must be wondering who this Mickey is and why all this is happening to him. So let's take the story 4 years back, where Mickey was living a simple life on Earth with his friend Timo. Like everyone else, they wanted to do something big in life. And to fulfill this dream, they wanted to start a business, and for this, both of them together borrowed money from a mafia. But unfortunately, their plan failed, which brought a mountain of sorrows upon them. This loss was so heavy that they didn't have enough to eat 2 meals a day, and on top of that, the mafia's men were not letting them live. They were hunting them like dogs in every alley and neighborhood. In such a situation, it became impossible for them to breathe in the city. Just then, they learned about a space shuttle that was sending some people from Earth to a distant planet named Niflheim to establish a new world, and its founder was the industrialist Kenneth Marshall. Although Kenneth lost the election on Earth, he wanted to become a leader, and to make this dream come true, he would take people from Earth to Niflheim, create a separate world, and rule over them. Now Mickey and Timo decide to go there to get rid of their troubles, but this task was not easy because there was a very long line to go to Niflheim, where Timo, being a pilot, gets a job. But Mickey didn't have any special skills, so he chooses one last option to confirm his ticket, and that was expendable. Mickey fills out the expendable form without thinking, unaware of how dangerous this job was going to be. Well, as soon as he submits the form, a girl named Kitty asks him a few questions for confirmation and then takes him to a special room inside, which there is a unique MRI-type machine that looked truly amazing. Kitty tells him about his job. "In this work, you will die many times, but thanks to this technology in front of you, we will prepare a duplicate clone using the rest of the space material and inject all the old memories into it." Then she puts Mickey in the machine, runs some tests, and finally hands him a revolver to shoot himself. To stay alive, Mickey shoots himself, and now we see a new Mickey who lives on the space shuttle, but he is treated differently from the rest of the people. One day, while he is having lunch in the hall, the ship's leader, Kenneth Marshall, and his wife enter and announce to everyone that they will soon find a new planet habitable for humans, after which everyone's life will become comfortable. Currently, Mickey's attention was more on a girl sitting nearby named Nasha. Nasha worked in the security department, and she had also been watching Mickey for a long time. Their eyes meet, and the series of conversations goes so far that they start liking each other and eventually get very close. Like every day, Nasha would meet Mickey and return to her work, while for Mickey, sacrificing his life again and again for the people on the ship had become a job that he no longer wanted to do. But what could he do? This was the life he chose himself. Every time he died, he would come back to life and return to Nasha. In this miserable life, his only solace was Nasha, with whom he spent a few moments and felt a little better. 4 years pass, and one day their spaceship lands on a planet named Niflheim. Being icy, they understood that water was present there. But to find out if the air was breathable for humans, Mickey, as always, was made the scapegoat and asked to go down. As soon as Mickey lands on Niflheim and takes off his helmet to breathe in the deadly air, his health starts to deteriorate. His blood test revealed a deadly bacteria. After gathering information about this bacteria, the scientists start working on its antidote so that they can survive. But preparing this vaccine was not easy. Because of it, Mickey was sent to the planet many times. He died several times, and in no time, his 16 versions had been finished. In such a situation, as soon as Mickey 17 is ready, fortunately, the scientists find the antidote to the bacteria present in the poisonous air, thanks to which they can all finally breathe the open air of Niflheim. After this, Mickey and some other people are sent to investigate the planet. While walking, they go inside an icy cave. This cave was as beautiful as it looked, shining because it was covered with a sheet of ice, when suddenly the ice cliff starts shaking and falls directly on a female crew member named Jennifer, who dies on the spot. Hearing the news of Jennifer's death, Kenneth gets very angry. He holds Mickey directly responsible and orders him to do 12 hours of duty instead of 8, and that too on half rations. In reality, for Kenneth, Mickey was just an expendable, but Jennifer was a young woman who could increase the population and would be very useful to him later. Mickey apologizes to his boss for his mistake and tells him that he had seen a strange creature, a creeper, on that planet, and perhaps this was its doing. Hearing this, Kenneth tells him to go alone, catch that creeper, and bring it back. A few days later, we find Mickey wandering in the icy desert of Niflheim, where while walking, he falls into a terrifying glacier. And friends, this is the moment where our story started. Here, after Timo leaves, the creeper does come to Mickey, but it doesn't kill him. Instead, it drags him a short distance and then pushes him upwards without causing any harm, as if they were helping Mickey. But Mickey couldn't understand why they did that. Perhaps these creatures didn't consider humans their enemies. Well, a short distance from here, Mickey spots his company's truck, which was returning after taking samples of the Niflheim mountains for testing. Mickey also hides in it and reaches his space shuttle, where a tired and exhausted Mickey goes straight to his room and falls asleep. After a short, comfortable sleep, as soon as he opens his eyes, he sits up in shock because a new Mickey is standing in front of him, and it becomes difficult to identify who is the real one. But in reality, this is Mickey 18, who was prepared assuming Mickey 17 was dead. Knowing all this, while Mickey 17 was very sad, Mickey 18, who had just arrived 2 hours ago, was very angry because multiple versions were not allowed on the spaceship, and if anyone saw them together, both their lives could be in danger. Therefore, Mickey 18 attacks Mickey 17, but before the fight could proceed, the story goes back to the past, where today, about 4 years ago, a large conference was being held on Earth, the issue of which was to shut down the cloning machine forever. In reality, people on Earth were misusing this technology. They were creating several lookalikes of the same person to promote crime, which had shaken the administration and government. And tired of this, the government finally put a seal on shutting down this technology. During this, Kenneth Marshall brings a proposal in front of everyone, and he asks for permission to run this technology in space or on another world so that he can explore other planets. Along with this, he also promises them that if, by mistake, 2 versions are found in space, they will be killed right there. Well, the government also finds this a good opportunity to get rid of the headache that was Kenneth, and as a result, they agree to his terms. And from here, Kenneth's devilish mind starts working, and he reaches where we are today, and our story returns to the present, where Mickey 18 had knocked Mickey 17 unconscious and was taking him to be killed. He was just about to throw him into the burning fire furnace when Mickey 17 requests to let him live. In return, he can eat all his share of food and keep his room too. He just needs to be spared. His living is very important. He has to convince humans that the creepers are not their enemies, but rather today they are alive because of them. Otherwise, the beast Kenneth would have killed them for no reason. Both were just talking when Timo suddenly arrives, seeing whom they hide. At this moment, Mickey 18 remembers that Timo is the person because of whom he had to become an expendable, and to take revenge for this, he moves forward to throw him into the furnace. Before Mickey 18 can succeed in his intentions, he hears the sound of some people coming outside, and because of this, they reluctantly have to save him. Now Timo knows their truth. Although Mickey 18 leaves him with the threat that if he ever opens his mouth, he will be put back into the furnace, sometime later, Nasha also arrives there. She starts romancing Mickey 18, thinking it's 17. Seeing this, Mickey 17 feels very bad because he truly loved her. But what could he do now? After all, it wasn't his fault, and with this broken heart, he heads back towards his room. On the way, some people catch him and take him straight to Kenneth's room, where he invites him to the dinner table. Seeing the delicious food on the table, Mickey 17 cannot stop himself and starts eating one by one, unaware that what he is eating is not Kenneth's kindness, but an experiment with synthetic food to see if it is fit for human consumption. Poor Mickey 17 hadn't even finished the food when he started vomiting and having diarrhea. There was severe pain in his stomach, and within a few minutes, the whole team of scientists arrived, who somehow normalized Mickey by giving him some painkillers. Katie doesn't like this treatment of Mickey at all. She takes him to her room and also gives him tea to drink. She slowly tries to get close to him, but Mickey was madly in love with Nasha, so he immediately runs back to his room to see her, where Nasha, seeing two Mickeys together, jumps with joy, hugs them, and all three start getting intimate. Their love story had just begun when Katie spots them, who now leaves to inform the authorities, but Nasha stops her and tells her all the feelings of her heart, how much she loves Mickey. Hearing this, Katie feels pity for her and changes her decision. Both were just talking when they hear loud music coming from the meeting room. Actually, this noise is from a party given by Kenneth Marshall, where he was getting his name carved on a rock brought from Niflheim so that the coming generation would know who discovered this planet and who is their father of the nation. Now, as soon as the machine is moved toward the stone to write Kenneth's name, it suddenly breaks from the middle and creepers come out of it. One creeper starts crawling there, but the other, out of fear, attacks Kenneth. Seeing this, everyone present there starts running, and there is chaos in the auditorium. Everyone is running to save their lives. Taking advantage of this, Mickey 18 picks up a gun to kill Kenneth, the root cause of all the trouble and the one who has been doing injustice to him for years, but Nasha stops him at the last moment. On the other side, the rest of the security guards shoot the creeper attacking Kenneth and keep the second creeper in the lab for testing. Now we see Mickey 17, 18, and Nasha behind bars, whose reality was now known to everyone present there, along with Kenneth. On the other side in the lab room, Kenneth's wife, Alpha, cuts the tail of the captured baby creeper and makes juice out of it, which she likes very much. Now, to fulfill his wife's wish, an idea comes to Kenneth's mind, and he calls Mickey 17, 18, and Nasha and tells them that if they go down and get the baby creeper's tails for his wife, Alpha, he will let them live. But Nasha is completely against it, upon which, to make her agree, Kenneth ties the small creeper with a rope and hangs it in the furnace and ties the other end of the rope to Nasha's teeth. Now, even if by compulsion, both Mickeys have to accept Kenneth's condition to save their lives as well as the baby creeper. But as soon as they step down on Niflheim, they are stunned to see the scene. There was an abundance of creepers everywhere. They were in the millions and billions. They had completely surrounded the space shuttle. They were trapped badly, but now they had no other choice. So Mickey 17, who had met the mother creeper before, tries to explain to them through his telepathic bond how dangerous these humans are and that they have such dangerous technology that they can wipe them out. The mother creeper replies that they are not as weak as they think, but if they want, they can tear humans apart with their power. To give a slight realization of this, she makes a mysterious sound, which is so terrible that the eardrums of both Mickeys start to burst. They were just about to faint when the sound suddenly stops. Here, the mother creeper tells them that if they want them to leave, they first need their baby back, and in exchange for the other baby that was killed, the life of one human. Otherwise, they are not going to back down at any cost. Hearing this, Mickey 17 comes in front of the space shuttle's camera and starts signaling Kenneth to return the baby creeper. But Kenneth doesn't understand this. Instead, he thinks Mickey is trying to become their leader, while he himself is the real leader, so he decides to talk directly to the creepers. Hearing Kenneth's decision, his secretary standing nearby gives him an idea. Why doesn't he go outside and talk to the creepers so that it can be recorded and become an example for the coming generation? People on Earth will also see this video and call him daring, and who knows, this might help inform his government. Kenneth thinks this idea is brilliant. He takes the remote of the bomb present in the suits of both Mickeys and goes straight down to face the mother creeper with a convoy of vehicles. On the other side, Nasha also puts her life at risk, saves the baby creeper, and brings it out and hands it over to their mother. Seeing this, Kenneth gets furious, and as a result, a warlike situation breaks out there. But even then, the creepers were not ready to leave because one of their demands was incomplete, seeing which Mickey 18 goes straight to Kenneth and presses the button for himself from the remote in his hand, and a massive explosion occurs here, in which Mickey 18 and Kenneth Marshall die. Seeing all this, the mother creeper finally trusts humans, and she returns with her people. With this, the story moves 6 months forward, and we see Nasha, who was now the head of that space shuttle colony. They had settled there happily, and on this happy occasion, Mickey 17, sitting in the front row, is given a remote today. Through this remote, he can destroy that cloning machine forever. Yes, the same machine that ruined the life of a simple Mickey. Then what? Mickey immediately pressed that button and ended this whole story right here so that no Mickey 18, 19, or 20 could be born in the future. And with this, our story also ends here.